My name is Victor Manuel. I'm an acupuncturist and healer here at Texas Acupuncture Research Institute. So here at TARI, we work on your whole health. The whole goal is to use acupuncture, cupping, herbs, body work, and ensure that to use them to ensure that our patients are getting a full care and are resolving any problems that they've come in with. Most doctors you go to, their focus is on a single issue. Like you come into your doctor and you say, oh my gosh, I've got this really bad knee issue that's been bugging me for weeks. Here at TARI, we say, okay, your knees may be an issue, but what about your hips? How is your body's inflation affecting that knee? Are there any issues with your gait and your walking? Are your knees being affected by the channel, that acupuncture body channel that flows from your foot all the way up to your chest? Is that affecting this ability to walk? Is that affecting your pain? How is your back being dialed into this? And when patients come in and they have a series of different issues, for instance, if someone comes in and they have inflammation of the lower legs, PCOS, and back pain and knee pain, those all come into play into a single diagnosis. One of the things that I love about Chinese medicine is the fact that it looks at the whole body as a system, and it says, okay, here is one thing that's going on that you've come in for today. How does that correlate to the rest of your body's symptoms? How does that correlate to your sleep function? Are you going to bed on time? Are you going to bed quickly? Do you have racing thoughts? Do you wake up in the middle of the night? If you do wake up in the middle of the night, what time do you wake up? Because the timing of the body corresponds to different organ systems, something that Western medicine has just realized recently in the last 4 years. The appetite that you have in the morning, are you ready to eat every day? Do you say, okay, I'm just going to get a cup of coffee and I'm good? How is your appetite throughout the day? Those different things, although they may seem not connected to although they may seem disconnected from the symptom that you've come in for, from the problem you've come in for, they all help us create a whole body diagnosis and a whole body assessment that helps us say, okay, this is what the patient is dealing with, and this is the issue that we're going to go ahead and get sorted out. And once I understand the issues that the body is dealing with, I can then say, okay, how do we tackle that? Are we going to tonify and build up certain parts of the body? Are we relieving pressure? Are we just moving the blood and chi of the body, the energy of the body? Are we working on the back mostly? Is this a system where we're going to go ahead and just relax the body? And there's acupuncture and Chinese medicine and cupping for all of these issues. And the question is just, what do you specifically need in any given moment? The first step in getting an appointment here is to go online. On our website, we have a scheduling link at the top of the website that allows you to go ahead and click and schedule a time of your convenience. We're open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. in order to accommodate people who are coming in on their lunch or who are coming in after work, trying to get an appointment done in those blessed few hours we have after we get off the clock. We're also open on Saturday mornings. If you've never had acupuncture, that's my favorite patient. I have quite a few patients who've never had it. I'm their first acupuncturist. I treat quite a few children as well, and they have the same, a lot of them have a similar hesitancy towards acupuncture. First and foremost, the process begins once we begin the intake. Once your body begins to understand and relax down, it is fairly easy for your muscles to then relax to the point that the acupuncture is not even noticeable. The majority of locations that we use the majority of locations of acupuncture that we use on the body are barely noticeable and a very faint needle prick sensation as the needles are going in. Once the needles are in, I usually have people tell me that they don't feel anything, and in fact, if you do feel anything, I do need to know, because you should feel nothing once the needles are in and you're relaxing. A lot of times we also do cupping. There's something called gua sha, which is a scraping technique, and then there's body work, which is similar to somewhere between physical therapy and massage. It's that in-between space where it's using physical manipulation on physical manipulation on body muscles, using acupuncture as a guideline and the body as a hologram. So the idea being, if you come in and you have back issues, I can use Tui Na, which is Asian body work, to work on your back by first working on your calf muscles. If you have serious problems with your neck or the back of your head, I would be working on your ankle and the base of your Achilles tendon. So a lot of my patients currently are former oncology patients. I have, acupuncture is very good for people who've just come out of oncology or currently going through chemotherapy or radiation therapy. It allows us to get rid of, or support at the very least, the nausea, anxiety, intense pain, inability to sleep, inability to eat. All of those things that are results of your chemotherapy and your radiation therapy are supported by acupuncture. Another thing that people come in with is to say, hey, I have diabetes, high blood pressure, weight issues, I'd like to work on those. And acupuncture is really good at getting the body back to a state of homeostasis where all things are working the way that they should be and correctly within the body. And so if someone comes in and they're like, oh my gosh, I've got these huge weight issues and they're causing me these other adjacent problems, like your back begins to hurt, knees, hips, difficulty moving around and breathing. Acupuncture then comes in and says, okay, we're not necessarily going to be a weight loss guide. We're going to support your weight loss by helping build up and relieve pressure on your back, help your knees and your joints, help the different joints in your body so you don't have as much pain, and then help your body process the food that you're eating so that you can have a stronger, more vibrant metabolism. So for cupping, that's where we use different types of cups to attach to the body and pull up and move the lymph system and the muscles around the body. The cups actually pull up on the body and help. You can use them to move muscle around, where you're doing something called sliding cupping with the little rubber cups or silicone cups. And those cups will help relax like a large muscle area. If someone's got tension, especially around the trapezius muscles on the latissimus dorsi, then we're going to use the sliding cups to kind of move that tension and relax those areas. We also have glass cups, which a lot of people have seen with the little flame. You have a little bit of flame and you heat up that cup and then stick it onto the body. And that creates a suction that is very strong, but in a singular location. And that allows us to, to pull energy to the area, or we can bleed off and relax an area as well. The glass cups were used for Michael Phelps when he did his Olympics swimming run. And so there's a pretty good visual representation of the quality and effectiveness of acupuncture and cupping in that instance, where a top contender in the US Olympics recognized that cupping was important to help him get to first place and win a gold medal in several different swimming events. And it's a good representation of the effectiveness of cupping in the body to help us keep in peak performance. So the goal of TARI for the long term is not just to have a single acupuncturist, but to have a group of acupuncturists working here to treat and run clinical trials that discuss not just the effectiveness of acupuncture, but different ways that we can use acupuncture in drug addiction, oncology research, and support for general health. the long-term goal beyond that is to open up a school here in Dallas that will allow people to learn acupuncture here in the DFW area and grow and make the whole region much healthier. The benefit of acupuncture in this realm is something that takes the pressure off of the Western doctors and biomedicine in general. After 2020, we all realized that biomedicine is not a cure-all. There's not a pill for everything. And as a collective society, we've figured out that we need other forms of health care to make us whole. Here at Texas Acupuncture Research Institute, we work on the whole body. We work on the whole body as a system, and we ensure that every other thing that you've been working on is accommodated and put together for your personal health, for your whole health. I invite everyone down to come in, have a treatment, relax here at the Acupuncture Institute, and enjoy the benefits of acupuncture, cupping, and herbal support for yourself. And I'm very thankful to my family and friends who've been able to come in and support me here in this area. That level of support is why I started here in Dallas. There is a lot of acupuncture in Austin and in other areas in Texas and other areas in the United States. Yet there are very few acupuncturists here in the North Dallas area. And the support of my family and friends is why I chose to treat here and why I believe it's going to be very successful.